Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, those from all over the planet and the nation, we bring to you an artist development studio here in Decatur, Georgia, with those living their passion, their dreams, and everything that God has given them. And today, we present to you, Suka!
Your name, 17 tracks, and a padded with this game. Breaking my back, know your name. 'Cause heaven ain't close in a place like this. Anything goes, don't blame you, my man. Heaven ain't close in a place like this.
And then you have to do this. Give your eyes up. Rise up. I feel really good about it.
Stage.
Now you know why. Because we can get down, now that we've got something to work on, we got to go back and get every little bar measured down to the point. And this is the horse race, gates open. You know exactly what's going to happen.
Right.
Every single bar, stanza of this song. And you'll be in control even though it's a track.
Wow, you're gonna follow me? We'll go to the front.
Okay.
Okay. So this is Suka.
First things first, where does the name Suka come from?
It means a couple different things in a couple different languages. One meaning is the good space, which is what we're trying to provide for people, a place to learn music, create music, refine music, perform it, dance, and private lessons, and all the above. The other thing is that it's selfless.
All these years, me watching incredibly talented people in Atlanta not have necessarily everything they've needed to support them in thriving. So that's really what the heart of the space is about. And Mike is one of those people. I'm just the girl behind the scenes, but it is to set people up to allow them to carry out all that's inside of them. Artist Hallway, and the goal is to support visual artists in having a place to show their work. And and then you obviously met Michael.
Well, I've been doing this again for about 6 months now. I used to do it a long time ago, and then had a career in warehouse operations. But now I'm back doing this full time. Process is, you cut the glass and you piece it together. I kind of got inspired by my grandmother's quilting.
Okay.
Was kind of originally where the impetus came to start doing stained glass. I had done some posters using her quilt designs, and they came out kind of looking like stained glass. So I was like, yeah, perfect. Let's go ahead. Yeah, that's what I need to be doing. So.
Shell, I think people come to Decatur Community Players because she teaches them more than just acting and theater and stage. She gives them life skills that are pretty amazing.
They're pretty fun.
Yeah.
I've had kids go through, I have autistic kids. I have kids that have gone through very tragic situations that we've been able to help through.
There's that element, but then you create the space for talented kids to thrive in that. So
This is our 9th year. We've been around doing this for 9 years, and we will compete with this group. We'll take them to a festival in Cobb County in January.
I'm Bram, yeah. Live music producer. We're working on what I love to do in this capacity. I work with artists for them to kind of really learn how to gather up this audience and take them on a journey, capture and engage them, let them experience moments, and hopefully by the end of the set, song, showcase, that we've changed their lives to the point that they're a fan, hopefully a super fan.
I heard a whole lot of energy earlier. I mean, that was just punching in the face.
And, it starts with the vision of the artist, and we got to try to match that to make sure that because what's inside your head when you're an artist and you write it, you live it, you breathe it, you get it. But everybody in this audience, like the girls that came and sit down here, they don't know him, they don't understand so it's his job with body language, and not just lyrics, but body language, movement, to let them all feel this song the same way he does because he's the writer. And if I can get artists to do that, then you can win over audiences, and you gain fans, you sell merchandise, you get on the Billboard charts, all that other stuff.
Just all flows in together.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
David.
Hey, King, how you doing? Kevin.
All right, nice to meet you, Kevin.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, it's good to be here today. Bram is an awesome guy. Yeah.
He did pay me, by the way.
Yeah.
Money well spent.
Yeah, it is definitely. You know, I came here because I went to an open mic. Shout out to Songwriters Open Mic on the Meetup, and I went there and Bram was there. On that particular night, we performed and we did our best, and we had Bram there and a lot of other people who wrote and gave critique. And so we went and took that critique home. And I not only took the critique home, but I called Bram to bring
Yeah, man, you did take it to the next level. There's certain things that you can do, and we kind of help artists do that so that if someone discovers you online, ultimately they will come here to watch a show and do everything that we just talked about, or they discover you here and you have to find a way to keep them engaged online. But if you could do that, you got this little infinite circle of you and your fans, and that could buy you a home, take you on a vacation, let you do what you love for the rest of your life. And that's kind of what we work on.
Now, for the new artists, what do you think is probably the biggest, I'd say, challenge that they don't even realize they're going to face when they're trying to get
I
there?
think trying to align who they are as an artist to the right audience that wants to buy into that vision, and then give them the experience that these people need, whether it's online or at a live show, and keep it always going. It's hard. It's like, we call it building momentum, and once you start building momentum, you can't stop.
Back in the day, it was basically being on tour was your commercial for your record, and you would hope people liked you when they saw you play, and then would go buy your record. And nowadays it's the other way around. Basically, making a record is a glorified business card.
Exactly.
You know, because it was streaming and everything being what it is. There's really no royalties to speak of unless you're at like Taylor Swift or level or something. You know, Beyonce. I mean, they're making royalties off of streaming because it's just so huge. But for the average artist, that's not going to amount to anything. So it's all about touring and merchandise and licensing. So it's basically upside down. Now you got to be on the road, and you got to engage with your audience. You know, you got to be on top of your social media, and you can't be like the mysterious, aloof, you know, rock star like you could be back in the day. Now you got to really engage with people and give a damn.
Do you still need to be on a label, or can you go independent and just
A lot of
rock
independent
and
people are
tour?
doing it, you know, because back in the day, you needed a label for marketing money, you needed a label for a recording budget, you know, you needed the label to invest and put money behind you.
Right.
Well, nowadays, with technology being what it is, especially in that genre, if you're doing like any kind of electronic music, EDM or hip hop or dance music or pop music even, you know, people can make those records for significantly less budget than you could back in the day. You don't have to go into a $2,000 a day studio, you know, to make those type of records. By the time you reach the point where you would need a record label, you don't need them anymore. You know,
Man,
because they're looking for somebody that's got like prepackaged, ready to go stuff and a
you've already made
built-in
it.
following. But if you've built yourself up to that point, then what do you need them for?
Well, there you have it.
They're just gonna come along and take half of it, you know.
So for our aspiring artists out there, if you do it yourself, engage with your own social media, you get your own following, go on your own tour, you might not even need a record label.
Yep.
So this is KP Jones, and this has been Mike, and this is the KP Jones Experience.